Next Goal Wins is out in theaters, new film from Taika Waititi. This one stars Michael Fassbender and is based on an amazingly true story. In 2001, the American Samoa national football team from that country, and yes, I'm calling this sport football, not soccer, infamously lost a match against Australia, who beat them with a score 31-0, which sounds absurd and actually made that the largest disparity in an official game ever, and the American Samoan team the worst in the world rankings. Fassbender plays Thomas Rongen, a European coach who gets fired from yet another job, and with no other options at the beginning of the film, he accepts the offer to go to American Samoa and try to turn this team around. He is given a single objective by the president of the local football association: score 1 goal in an official match. You don't have to win, you don't have to qualify for the World Cup, just score 1 goal. So it's a very, very tired mixture of two well-known and predictable stories: the sports underdog team learning to become better, and the grumpy, angry man learning to become happier. And it's not a bad mixture, but it's not great either. And I think I've learned to expect more from Waititi, whereas this to me is clearly his worst film, certainly the most mediocre. On the plus side, I liked Fassbender in the lead role. I also enjoyed Kaimana, who plays the transgender player Jaya. I think she and Tavita are really the heart and soul of the film. I thought some of the humor was pretty funny, and also there's a reason these stories are told over and over again. There is something pleasant and heartwarming about them. On the other hand, there were also things I disliked. I think the film's pacing feels strange. Specifically, the timeline seems too compressed, and the way Thomas changes his mind seemingly on a dime multiple times is really sudden and unearned. Like, he decides to quit, and then he has one conversation and decides to come back again, and then he quits again mid-match, and again has one conversation, and that convinces him to come back. It feels like it's all too fast and too shallow, and that's my other criticism. The movie overall feels very surface level, especially the personal subplots of both Thomas and Jaya. It's like a really, really shallow and simple thing. It doesn't go deep on either of the topics, and also, for the love of God, as much as I liked Taika's acting in some of his earlier movies, I think he's overstayed his welcome in front of the camera with the obnoxious and funny cameos. He's beyond irritating to me with his never-ending appearances as Korg in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and here he pops up again as a priest with a silly overbite. It's not funny at all, and his scenes bring absolutely nothing to the film. I found his presence really grating, and they should have been cut completely. And that's pretty much it, if I'm being honest. Is it a bad film overall? No, it isn't. It's perfectly inoffensive and forgettable. You enjoy it while you're watching it, but as soon as it's over, it might as well not exist, which I think is below the usual level that Taika has gotten us used to with his movies.